Hey everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Relax.Cut.Glue. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. So today is Monday. We're getting started on our crafty week. Ooh, ooh. I don't know what that was about. Anyways, so over the weekend, I made myself a master board using mini Monopoly money that I got at the Dollar Tree a while back, and then I copied it on some thin copy paper, just Dollar Tree copy paper, because I wanted it very thin for my glue books. I like to use thin paper because thick paper makes it way too bulky, way too fast. So I have 3 different spreads, ooh, I hate that word, that I'm gonna put into this glue book. I did a poll over the weekend asking you guys which project you wanted me to work on today, and I gave you 4 choices. And honestly, you guys, one day it was one thing, the next day it was another, the third day it was something, like one of the other items was getting real close up there. So there was one that wasn't a favorite, and I was kind of surprised. So it helps me out too to know what you guys are interested in. Okay, so this is what won. Let's get started on our first theme. Well, it's not really a theme. First page, I guess. Where do I want to put it? I guess I'll just go right here. So I'm going to use my Monopoly masterboard as my background for this page. Sorry, that little snappy sound of my little thing here. All right, so I'm going to trim off the edges of this. Hey guys, I'm switching over to voiceover so I could speed this up just a little bit. So I had so much fun making this masterboard. It was super relaxing and I absolutely love it. And now I can print off whenever I want a cool background for all my art projects, journaling, glue booking, postcards, artist trading cards, twinchies, cards, whatever. I got this. Now I can just print it and I love it. So I created a couple, sorry, I was showing you that parchment paper that I got from the Dollar Tree in case anybody wanted it. You get 25 sheets and it's $1.25. So I love them. I use them all the time behind my pages when I'm gluing so that the pages don't glue together, which is what I'm doing right here. Anyways, so now I totally forgot what I was talking about. Man, come on, Nicole, get it together, woman. Oh, well, 'tis what it is. So I'm adding glue to my page instead of the paper. I find it easier for me to add it versus gluing the masterboard piece and then putting it on here. Also, the paper doesn't have glue all over it, the masterboard paper, and that way I can just cut it off and put it in my scrap paper bin without having to have it dry because there was glue all over the back. Does that make sense? So now I'm squishing it down. You really, really want to do this, especially when you're working on your backgrounds. Take that extra minute to press it down. That squishes the glue down and eliminates as many air bubbles as possible, if not all of them. So it's really key. If you hate bubbly pages, really squish down your pages. A lot of times for a long time, I used a washcloth. I still like to do that, especially when you're beginning, or if you're heavy-handed, a washcloth is a lot better. Using a scraper tool like this, if you're using magazine images, they can tear very easily, which is why I often flip my page over and squeegee the back side. So now I'm just gonna cut off all the little edges. Oh, Zena heard an airplane. She's in here now. Oh, now she's leaving. Okay. And there she goes. Oh, man. Zena does not. Hold on. Ugh. Dude, I just closed my door with a wrapping paper roll. That way I don't have to get up. I can just push the door. Okay, so now I'm using some images that I harvested on Friday out of my son's workbook, which somebody posted. If this was you, I don't know if I'm glad you posted it or not, but they left a comment saying that they looked on eBay and that book was worth $40 to $100, or at least people were selling it for that. Yikes, that sucks. But you know what? Whatever. I got a lot of art out of it, so I'm cool with it. Yeah, these are a couple images from there. That's Roosevelt, I believe, President Roosevelt. And then this is like some weird apples where the inside is watermelon instead of apple. And then this little collage piece. I don't know. I just wanted to kind of do a little funky collage art, and I really like it. The next page I do here is totally out of character for me, and I ended up finishing it off camera, and I took a picture for you. So at the end of the video, there will be a close-up picture of both of these spreads. Ew. I need to figure out another layouts. Layouts. That's the word I'm going to use. I hate the other word. I'm going to use layout. That's my new word. So yeah, I think this is really fun. And I think the Monopoly money behind adds a good, you know, random, quirky pop art kind of effect. I love abstract art. I mean, obviously, because I love collage. A lot of it's pretty abstract, but yeah, I love it. And oh my gosh, you guys, okay. So real quickly while I'm finishing up this page here, Andrew and I saw the other day that you could roast garlic in the air fryer. So we did that, a huge, like the whole head of garlic. And then we squished it into, what do you call it? Spaghetti. And then I also took some and spread it over bread because my kids have to have like garlic bread with their, or some kind of bread with their spaghetti. They just really prefer it. I mean, they don't have to, but I always make it. So I do like butter and garlic salt lightly, and then Parmesan cheese because my kids are cheese whores. They love cheese. So yeah, I spread that garlic on it. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Like, talk about taking things to the next level. Just adding some roasted garlic and stuff. We felt all bougie. And then this weekend we made homemade chicken tenders, and they looked professional. I'm not even kidding you guys. We were sending pictures to everybody. We're like, look how awesome these chicken strips look. It's just a chicken strip, but yeah, they turned out really good. We just have so much fun trying new recipes and stuff on the weekends, and Bob loves to send them to his co-workers and let them drool over everything we're eating, I guess. Last night we had salmon and asparagus, and it was so good. And I was telling the glue crew, I don't know, do you guys do this? Like, we always shop based off of what's on sale that week. So salmon was on sale. We rarely have it, but it's all of our favorites. Andrew and I could eat it every day. But we hadn't had it in like months and months, and it was on sale. So we went with that. And then asparagus was like 99 cents a pound. So we bought that. And yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if everybody does that, or I don't know. But yeah, that's how we decide what we're having for the week. Like, you know, unless it's something that we really, really want, and then if it's not on sale, we'll just get it. But yeah, we usually shop based on what's on sale. So I was really struggling with how I wanted to put this quote on here. And then I decided I just needed to cut it. And I decided to just start gluing it down because for me, I've always said this since the beginning. If I hesitate to put something down and I keep going back to it and keep trying to put it down, I just tell myself, okay, that's it. Put it down. You obviously like it enough to where you keep coming back to it and wondering if you should put it down. So I do. And then that kind of forces me to take the next step because it's already glued down. So now I have to just go with and work with what I have. So that's kind of how I get through my anxiety of, should I put it down? Should I not? If I'm too wishy-washy and I keep going back and forth, I just glue it down. I obviously like it enough. Okay, going on to the next page, it's very different for me. So 2 of the things that I cut out of my son's book was this mirror and this rose, and it instantly reminded me of Beauty and the Beast. So I grabbed out some thin scrapbook paper. If I ever use scrapbook paper in my glue books, I always want the thinnest possible. If it's cheap scrapbook paper, that's my jam because it's very thin. It's another reason why I like to use wrapping paper and things like that. So I really went back and forth as to what I wanted the background to be. I didn't want the items to get lost on the page. I wanted the collaged items to pop, but I also wanted it to be cohesive. So I decided to go with these 2 patterned papers, blue and yellow, because I really wanted the red to pop, but I also wanted to use colors that I felt like were in the movie. So that's what I went with. And then, like I said, I added 1, 2, 3 things after I turned off the camera. I just was kind of like, there was like a big blank spot and I didn't know what to put there. So I went through all my stickers and things like that, and I found a couple things. So I don't know. You know what though? This is what I always say. I had fun doing it, and that's all that matters. And it's so fun getting creative and like coming up with these like scenes from things that you have. Like it started with this mirror and this rose, and it instantly made me think of this. And then I had that little bell from Beauty and the Beast with all the little characters. That is actually a figurine that I cut out of a catalog, and I've had it for a long time. I just used another one that I cut out of a catalog. It was a Precious Moments on my 80s page of Back to the Future with the DeLorean. Well, I have two more. I have a Princess Bride one, so I definitely want to do a Princess Bride page. And then I also have, oh my gosh, wait for it. Now I've had the time of my life. No, I'm not a singer, but I have Dirty Dancing, and they're in like Precious Moments. It's a little statue. So excited. So I want to do a page with each of those as well. It's kind of fun doing like a theme page, you know? Just create your own little piece of art with things that you have. And then I went through all my words to find things that I wanted to put in the mirror. And at first I had hungry in there because I thought that would be funny. But then I went and I was like, what exactly does the mirror mean in Beauty and the Beast again? I just had to kind of remind myself and kind of see what like Google told me it meant and stuff. And, you know, she sees what's going on outside of the house, and so did the Beast. And so, and it talked a lot about how the Beast would see everything he's missing out on from not leaving. And, you know, if he looked into the mirror. So I ended up going with the bitter truth, because when they looked through that, that's what they saw, the truth, and they didn't like it. You know, like Belle saw her dad out there in the storm trying to get to her. And anyways, so you guys know. So that's what I went through. I also had your future, but it didn't show the future, right? Or did it? I don't know. I just really liked the bitter truth. So that's what I went with. And this was hard because I was putting things in front of each other and behind each other. So I had to glue both things at the same time, but not press them all the way down yet so I could get things around each other. I don't know. It was tricky. And the rose, I didn't want to rip it. And I was just like, all of a sudden my like anxiety got all high because I was like, I'm going to mess this up. But I mean, you can't mess it up. I mean, you can, but who cares? Flip the page and start over. You know what I mean? I have one of the composition notebooks. I love to doodle in composition notebooks. And sometimes I mess up, and other times I'll go back like maybe a month later to the page I messed up on and finish it. But in the moment, I have to move on. I don't like the page. It's stressing me out. So I'll just move on to the next page. And if I go back and fix it, I do. But sometimes I've been known to go back and just black out the whole page, and then I can color it, you know, do whatever doodle I want in a white or gold pen or something. I don't know. All I'm saying is I get it. It's not easy. It sucks when you don't, you know, get a page that you want exactly how you had it in your head. But two of the things that I tend to do is either walk away from it and come back to it another time, or just kind of finish it off and move on. It wasn't your favorite, but that's okay. And if you had fun doing it, great. You know what I mean? So I guess the third point is just don't be too hard on yourself and have fun. And I say this because I have to constantly remind myself this. And that's kind of what I was getting at. I was getting a little nervous about what I wanted to do and where I wanted to put things. But I was still having fun. And I had to remind myself of that. Like, don't stress too much about it. So cute. All right, guys. I'm going to get on to the photos now. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay hydrated and drink some water. Hit that like button. Help a sister out. And I hope you guys have a very, very good day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.